Hello, my jelly fighters. My name is Jim, and this is your daily brogue for the 22nd of July, 2025. Oh, it's been a day or so. What was I? I was still talking about trying to get rid of some of the BS um, where people are ascribing value. So now the value, according to Hans Apping, of art is, for the most part, for most art, it's really the relationship with the artist. Um, there's obviously some other value, right? Because different kinds of people and basically different places where the money comes from. If the money comes from your own pocket, right, you get one kind of, hopefully this will work, one kind of art investor, and the money comes from an institution that is not from the person who's buying it, but rather from, well, not from the person who's making the purchasing decisions, right? Let's say if somebody is not making money and is making the purchasing decisions, then usually the art is more abstract modern art. There is, should not be, what did I do? Did I throw all of, did I drop them? Where are my dudes? Okay, ring of transference probably. Rapier probably not. We will try the rapier. Did the darts end up floating away up here? Yes, they did. Okay. So this did not save me time. Even worse, it lost me time because if I'd seen the darts, I would have kept them, right? I would have been able to save time. Probably. Probably. It's a random process. Might not happen. Okay, so there's something going on. There's a reason why people choose different art, and there is a reason why um, art is valuable. So those two things may or may not be connected, right? That is, art might be valuable to different people for different reasons. It turns out different people, different reasons. Who knows? Who knew? Who knew? Um, so we thought of a couple of things. One is hallucination, detect magic. Very nice. Okay, well, I can take the rapier back up. And L is telepathy. The rapier was over this way. I seem to find a weird way to do things. Okay, and B. And now we have to Find that ring of transference. Okay. So one thing we discarded was the idea that modern art has its value because representational art does not have any value, right? This is absolutely false. The representational art has more value than non-representational art, modern art. Why is that? How could that be? Because we all know the story. I mean, the modern art comes after representational art, right? So how is it that modern art's origin myth, which is photography, shows up, and with photography, one of the use cases of art, of representational art, is eliminated. That is a recording of somebody's face. All right. Portraiture. Photographic portraiture has, for the most part, replaced artistic portraiture. Over the past, I don't know, 100 years, 120 years, probably just 100 years. We have to wait until photographs are actually stable, right? Stable enough for people to think they're stable. They don't actually have to be completely stable. Lots of javelins. Oh, lots of eels. Hopefully that's enough to at least get down. All right. Okay, but we also have a story that jibes, at least, with our appreciation of sports stars, for example. And that's a bad one. Actors, right? So people get very angry that somebody like Elon Musk makes a lot of money, but they never seem to be very angry that someone like Sarah Scarlett Johansson. Scarlett Johansson makes a lot of money. You know, they don't care about that. That's good. Um, for whatever reason, how Scarlett Johansson makes her money is assumed to be good, and however Elon Musk makes his money is assumed to be bad. I can't tell you what good and bad means exactly, but it seems to me that more or less, if we can imagine ourselves making that money, or we can imagine the difficulty somebody had in um, doing that kind of work, we tend to be fairly um, appreciative of it. Whereas something's a little more difficult to appreciate, something's a little more abstract, We are not appreciative of it. We do not appreciate it when I already did that. Elon Musk makes a lot of money because we don't really see what Elon Musk is doing. Other people are involved. Um, for some reason, we just don't feel like Elon is as deserving a human being as Scarlett Johansson, even though probably Elon has done more to make people happy, even just his being bought out by PayPal and then working for them probably did more to make people happy than Scarlett Johansson ever will. It's kind of an extremely small amount of happiness per bite. None of those are any good. Right. It's my strike 14. So when I'm 15, I can use those javelins. See, this is bad. I don't remember where I got the incinerators. Stupid toads. Just a kobold. Kobold. And this is okay. So we can keep the broadsword or the war pike. Hmm. Good telepathy of life, a 10 potion. I need to keep using those darts and then the javelins because I've got so many of them. Lots of bad potions too. So where are my people? So This is super bad. I have. What? That was not a good. Had the life I could have survived. Man. But I was just doing the dash. Have to remember not to act that way. You're not time constrained, right? Since you get the pause, it's almost turn based. Ooh, plus 3 rings of transference. I was in great shape by did I even have any? I had 2 scrolls of enchanting. If I had enchanted up that broadsword, I'd probably be in good shape. I just don't like enchanting up things that are +0. So I really wait until I definitely have to, and I don't know I definitely have to until I find the vampire bats right here where I need to get away from the eels. So that I wasn't even sure were there. So